From the shop floor grind to the big show heat. This is your night. This is your turn. FourWide Motorsports. Let the horses run. Tonight, it's Friday night Nascar on the FWM network. FourWide, gonna go, turn it up, let it hurt. From the short track speedways out to the dirt. FourWide Motorsports, light it up, let it burn.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, household pets, race fans of all ages and species. Welcome to another FourWide Motorsports Network presentation as we bring you the FourWide Motorsports Grand National Series here at Charlotte tonight. And I am still working on getting overlays and everything going on. But anyway, without further ado, my name is Tracy Brown. I'll be your lead announcer and producer tonight. And lucky for me, I got my good buddy Elijah Grant, who's going to be calling all the color excitement tonight. Elijah, we got a long one here ahead of us here tonight, buddy. What do you think we're going to be seeing tonight?
We're going to be looking at a lot of right front temp changes. The right front's going to get real hot, and it's going to get hot quick. So I'm expecting a lot of pushing.
I got you, man. Speaking of that, we are probably going to be converting from daytime into nighttime. But you can see right now the track temperature is the ambient temperature is 80 degrees, the track temperature is 83, high humidity 51.7%, light wind east at 5 miles an hour. And I would also like to say, hey, congratulations, Hunter Carlson, sponsored by FourWide Motorsports Network, got the pole award for this evening. So here we go. We're going to start going down our starting grid. Again, starting on the pole, the 32 of Hunter Carlson. To his outside to be Austin Lucky Cansdale in the 33. Second row, we got Wes Wiggin in the number 90, the number 88. Paul Dillon to his outside in the 113. Row 3, we got Colton Alderman in the 9 car. Ethan Evers in the 80, starting in 6th. Row 4, we got Cliff Mullins in the 44 machine. To his outside will be some sort of long-distance cousin of mine, Cody Brown, starting in the number 3 car in 8th position. Row 5, we got Michael Edwards in the 20, starting 9th. To his outside will be my nephew, Landon Brown, in the 5, starting in 10th. And Elijah, if you want to, man, go ahead and take us on through the rest of these.
Alrighty, so for row 6, starting 11th, we're going to have Jeremy Sharir in the 15 car, Christian Schrader to his outside in the 28. Row 7, we're going to have John Lacey in 13th, and Stephen Luttrell in 14th. Row 8, on the inside, we're going to have David Wormuth with DG Swiss in the 26 car to his outside. Row 9, Chris Bingley in the 55. Chris Golden, 19th on the outside. Wayne Cannon in the 29. And Dallas Underman in the 58. That'll be row 10.
And I'll go ahead and wrap it up. Row 11, we got Jake Lawrence and Nicholas Mater to Materman. Row 12, we got Benjamin Hollabaugh, Elijah Grant. Wait a minute. 2 places at one time. How about that? That is skill. Row 13, we got Yogi Schlier and Daniel Jones. So that's your starting grid. We have already gotten underway. These guys are already rolling down through here. We have already got lap 1 in the books. Luckily for us, it looks like it's going to turn out to be a fantastic start. As we're looking in on our top 3 right now, be Carlson, Cansdale, and Paul Dillon laying down the times right now. And it's going to be interesting, Elijah. We already seeing it right now, man. I didn't really think that these guys would be pushing this hard, but right now, Hunter Carlson's got someone. It was beat at Cansdale looking to the inside, and Paul Dillon's going to ride the rim and see if he can't go around Carlson on the outside.
Absolutely. So right now, we are in round 2 of our in-season championship, and Wayne Cannon and Hunter Carlson are up to bat with each other. So that's just one of the pairs we have for this championship going on. And that could be what we're seeing.
And that is like a head-to-head type challenge in this particular race. Everyone's kind of paired up, or the ones that are left in this challenge anyway are paired up. I'm assuming. You correct me if I'm wrong, Elijah. And
absolutely, that is correct.
And it just so happens that we got Hunter Carlson versus Uncle Wayne Cannon in the 29. And boy, we got somebody smoking right there, just right on cue. It wasn't the 29.
Nope, it was the 44 of Cliff Mullins. He got a little sideways coming out of 4, but he got it straightened back out.
Yes. Spitting Venom himself, Cliff Mullins. And already we've got William Luttrell in the YouTube chat. Cheering on Mr. Stephen Luttrell in the 36. A big-time Browns fan, as you can tell from the paint scheme. Out of Kansas City, Missouri. So we check back in on the leaders, and how about down now? We've got a change for second places. Colton Otterman is now taking over second, and he is following right into wheel tracks there. Paul Dillon. So
absolutely. Oh, go ahead, Tracy.
Well, one thing I wanted to ask you, and maybe you know much better than I do, is what kind of fuel mileage we can be expecting to get out of these cars. I'm not sure if you're privy to that information or not, but I darn sure isn't. So I figured I'd go ahead.
Actually, before I hopped up here in the booth, I was actually out on the track. I think that's why I was popping up on your starting grid there. So for fuel mileage, we're looking at 35 to 45 laps. We're looking at a 73% fuel load for these cars tonight.
Well, I tell you what, while we're on the subject, let's go ahead and let everyone know that we're going to be going 120 laps tonight, which equals out to 175 miles. Not going to have any stages. We do have 3 sets of tires in the pits, 0 fast repairs, and 1 green-white checkered attempt should we need it. So we're going to be looking somewhere in the neighborhood of what was that you said, 35 to 45 laps. I'm sure we'll get a better idea once we start seeing guys kind of funnel in here and going ahead and pulling into the pits here, if it stays green, that is.
Absolutely. I am actually currently watching one of our head-to-heads. They were right next to each other, but John Lacey and Wes Wiegand are going up against each other this week as well. And by the looks of it, Wes has gotten ahead of John by 2 positions.
Yeah, there's a good shot of John Lacey out of Helena, Alabama for Wardan Lacey Racing. He's got 4 starts, 1 top 5, 2 top 10s. And right now it looks like he's, well, I hate to say it this way, but he might be bleeding positions. I'm not sure if he was involved with Chris Mullins on that earlier incident. It wasn't a caution, but maybe got into the wall or something, maybe hurt the driving ability of his car, but I could be totally off. But we see Cliff Mullins right now coming to his outside. But right now, it definitely looks like that Lacey is off the pace.
Absolutely. I'm looking closer at his car, and it's looking like he might have a little bit of fender damage on that right front.
Oh, yeah, I see it crinkled there. Yeah, that's definitely going to be affecting the aero. And while we were talking about them, look who has taken over the lead. Oh, wait a minute. Did he already have the lead? I remember he passed Hunter Cross, and he still got the lead. I'm sorry. I guess we were talking about the battle with second place, which was Colton Otterman, who is still in second. Ethan Evers now has snuck up into third position. Riding around here in that Taco Bell machine. Out of Bowden, Georgia. Racing for Swiss Army C2X. I think that's going to be a Cliff Mullins teammate there. As you see, Hunter Carlson, boy, he's getting close to that left rear.
I do believe that him and Cliff Mullins are on the same team. I would have to check back in on that. I don't remember 100%.
Well, we'll check right now. Look at that. Cliff Mullins, he finally filled out his registration form so we can find out where he's from. Danville, Virginia. Racing for C2X. So apparently he has Ethan Evers signed on, at least on a part-time basis anyway. Being that Ethan Evers, he drives for 2 teams, Swiss Army and C2X. Well, being that you're in the Army yourself, how do you feel about the Swiss Army there, Elijah? Oh, wait a minute.
To be honest,
You're in the Air Force, right? Did I get that wrong?
No.
I'm sorry.
I'm Army.
Oh, okay. All right. You're good with the Swiss Army?
I don't personally have any issues with them. I haven't really had a reason not to. Their knives are great.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah, they make a hell of a knife, that's for sure. As we see right now, Colton Otterman, man, he's putting the heat on to Paul Dillon in the 113 machine. Colton slides right up to the inside. We got 17 in the books. We're getting somewhere close to being midway to a fuel run here, I think. That would put us on a stint for 34 laps on fuel.
We should be.
Oh. Ethan looked like to me in that 80 car had a time coming through that triover. And Paul Dillon, Ethan, I've noticed this early on in the race. He took the lead by going up high, and even right there, it seemed like to me. I don't know if he's just allowing or trying to give Colton space, or if that's part of his strategy. Sort of run that third line up there, but he's making great time with it.
Absolutely, and it could also be another thing, like I said, with that right front tire temp. He could be putting a lot of heat into that right front. It's just, the car's just pushing.
Well, I tell you what, these guys are not content just to kind of run nose to tail here. They are absolutely going at it, and right out of my periphery. Uh-oh. Okay. Hopefully we are back. I have no idea what that was. I'm not sure if that was a stutter with the internet, OBS, or ATVO. Not 100% sure. They are updating all the time. But I did notice a little stutter there by the time I switched cameras. But I did want to mention...
we do have a battle for third.
Yeah. That's where I was headed with that. I saw that Christian Strader was kind of moving up slowly but surely. He is now moving into our battling Hunter Carlson for the 4th position.
Absolutely, and he was just right bumper to bumper with Ethan Evers right there too.
Well, I don't know, it's just my personal opinion, but we're only 22 laps into a 120 lap race. I don't think anyway, it's just my driving style. I'm not that aggressive. I kind of take advantage of opportunities when they're presented to me, but I try not to force the issue early on into a race. But it does look like to me now, all of a sudden, and it may be coming back just what you were talking about, overheating that right front. Paul Dillon seemed to be sliding back a little bit there.
Absolutely. It looks like he slowed down quite a bit as Colton Alderman's taking a big lead out on him.
Uh-oh. Are we going to go 3 wide? No, I think Ethan Evers decided that's probably not such a great idea, especially coming through the trial. 3 wide through the trial will, more often than not, it's not going to turn out very well.
No.
But we see Hunter Carlson getting back around Paul Dillon. Ethan Evers, he's got the inside position right now. He may be thinking the same thing. And look at that, Christian Strader going all the way up to the wall. Ooh, and actually went and tagged it. Trying to find a line, I guess, maybe looking for some cleaner air, perhaps, trying to get a better aero advantage. But Paul Dillon, he is the high line man early on in the race, so he is still going to be feeding Christian Strader that dirty air right now.
Absolutely, as we're looking at the 33 car as well, trying to get his nose in there, take advantage of Paul Dillon slowing the 80 and the 28 up as well. It's going to be Austin Cansdale.
Out of Rutledge, Tennessee, driving for FourWide Motorsports. Austin Lucky Cansdale, as we call him. Ooh, yeah. Not too lucky with that exit right there.
No.
Maybe he didn't want to burn up any of his luck this early on, so he's going to save it for later on in the race.
Absolutely. Once you run out of luck, you really find out.
Real quick. Yeah, and I saw just for a second there, we had a battle back here with Stephen Luttrell, and I do believe that was the 88 in West Wigan. Apparently, they've got that sorted out. So we'll go back up here towards the front, where we see Paul Dillon right now in 4th position. And again, he is slowly but surely not able to hold off the guys. Oh boy, I thought Cansdale was getting ready to take it 3 wide through the trial. I'm not that good a racer, but I highly advise against that. Cansdale has the inside run right now. Christian Strader just got around Paul Dillon. Cansdale looking to follow him through. And he is going to be able to pull it off. So that high line may work for Paul later on in the race, but apparently early on, man, he really got out to a great lead. But with there being no rubber up there, I wonder if he didn't kind of wear out or heat up that right front anyway, just like you were talking about earlier.
Absolutely. Hunter Carlson's also made his way back up to second from fourth as well.
And he is really starting to apply the pressure to Colton Otterman as well, as we're taking a look at him right now.
I almost wonder if he gave that right front a break and dropped back on purpose, making a gamble.
I think that was a pretty good gamble. You know, kind of let the guys that want to charge on up there and lead a few laps, let them go the whole time while you're saving your tires. Kind of with the long game in mind. But him...
Absolutely. We're going to see who comes across the line first.
It
looks
like
it might have been Alderman.
Yeah, it was Alderman. Not by much, though, as the positions keep, as far as live timing goes, keep flipping back and forth between Hunter Carlson and Colton Alderman. And I think Colton is just going to relinquish the lead, just kind of give up, kind of fall back in line, just try to put down some good laps. Hunter Carlson, who was our pole sitter tonight, fell back a few positions. But it's looking like his strategy that he was playing might be the way to go, as right now he's already pulled out to a 0.3 of a second lead over Colton Alderman in only one lap. And then look, right back here in third position. They're still going at it. We got Ethan Evers now running in third position. Austin Cansdale right behind him at fourth, looking for more. He's got the position. Christian Strader is going to try to push Austin Cansdale up past Ethan Evers. And it looks like it's going to pay off again for Austin Cansdale. But no sooner than I say that, Evers comes back with a tremendous run on the outside. Fighting back. I just don't know right now anyway, Elijah, if that high line, I know you can run a fast lap with it, but I just don't know if there's enough rubber up there right now to keep from shredding your tires while you're up there. I'm not 100% sure about that. I don't know if you can enlighten us on that or not, because you mentioned that right off the bat. You know, you don't want to heat those tires up.
Absolutely. I'm not entirely sure. Normally, I run the bottom of the corners to the mid section, that second groove. I don't think I've ever tried the third groove in these cars, so I couldn't really touch base on that. It seems to be working for some of these guys, though. So,
well, as the night wears on, we're going to find out for sure as to whether or not it does work, because there are several guys that are already moved up. Well, even Paul Dillon, you know, he was started off the race in the third groove. We see now Ethan Evers. He is pretty content to run that third groove and making good time. And is that Paul Dillon? Yes, it is. Paul Dillon coming in for a pit stop already on lap 36. So, man, you caught it. You said the pit window should be somewhere in between lap 35 to 45, just depending on, I don't know, driver crew chief preference, I guess.
absolutely.
And we're going to keep
Let's
the camera.
see if anybody else takes it.
Yeah, I was going to keep the camera on Paul here. I figure he's going to go ahead and take right sides while he's in there. But will he go for... Oh, yeah, he's going for a four-tire stop. And he is off in the way. This is starting off early. Normally, it takes about halfway through the race before my mind just totally starts popping breakers and fuses in the strategy category. But I don't know. With Paul Dillon pitting this short, I'm assuming, well, let's see, he's on lap 32, so he'd have to make 3 pit stops. I guess they have enough tires in the pits to be able to do that, but I would be a bit concerned. They do have 3 sets of tires in the pits, but I'd be a bit concerned by short pitting if some of these other guys, especially if this race stays green, might try to cut a pit stop out.
Absolutely. Especially now that Paul is a lap down, he's going to have to work his way back up to the leader unless we get a caution.
Certainly is. And how about this? Got my nephew, man, creeping in here. Landon Brown from out of nowhere, from downtown. He now takes over the 4th position. Racing out of Bailey, North Carolina for Triple B Racing. So I think Landon was one of those guys kind of looking to save a little bit earlier on and now starting to make his move. But eventually, these guys, everyone's going to have to pit if we stay green, obviously. And we're already on lap 40, so it could be any time now before we see a tremendous, I don't know what you call it, just a tremendous number of drivers hitting pit road all at the same time, forming a traffic jam. But look at Hunter Carlson. Checked out, man. Over almost 4 seconds lead right now in the late run.
Absolutely. As I'm seeing 3 cars in the pits, 1 exiting the pit lane as I say it.
Let's see, we got Lacey down there. We got Cody Brown. Oh, he might have slid through his box. Excuse me. Oh, man, what a beautiful car that is, that AC Delco car. Colton Alderman,
Absolutely.
I'm showing on pit road. I'm sorry, he's already came in and pitted and back out. And just like I was saying, Elijah, this right here is where I really start getting confused, man. I just cannot keep up with it. My brain cannot compute all of these guys that are pitted, the ones that have it, who's on what strategy, how is this all going to work out in the long run? I have no idea.
Absolutely. As I don't think everybody's pitting in a pack like they normally do. Everybody's kind of, as I say that, everybody that hasn't pit yet is in the pit lane.
Yeah, we got a bunch. It's a busy place right down there now. I think that was West Wigan we just saw. We're looking at Christian Strader, Stephen Luttrell. Never can get a good doggone look at these guys fitting. We see the 15. Who is that? Jeremy Schreier.
Oh.
So I think that's his first race with us tonight. Schreier. Jeremy, you're going to have to let me know how to pronounce your last name. But anyway, yeah. Pit road. Oh, and Hunter Carlson is on pit road right now. He gave up like a 4 or 5 second lead, taking on 4 tires.
Not a bad idea. Just Mr. Chris Bingley in the 55 coming down the pit lane, dropped all the way from the top of the track down into Ethan Evers' right front to come into the pits.
Well,
So
great
Ethan
call
Evers
there.
might be dropping back now.
Yeah, we see him right now. Let's see. Take a look at Landon Brown. Still has not pitted. Oh, wait. No, I'm sorry. He pitted just a lap ago. I saw 0 laps in this stint and thought he hadn't pitted yet. So I guess what we're going to have to do is just see how everything shakes out. Right now, Colton Alderman is out in front with 45 laps in the, what do you call it, in the box or something like that. I'm sure there's a cliche
Yeah.
there that I'm missing.
Yeah, I think it'd be in the box, to be honest. I'm not all too sure.
Yeah.
Oh, my picker got my car moved out of the pit stall I was using. Yikes.
And right now, I'm also showing, just for our viewers, that Michael Edwards apparently is 44 laps down. So I'm not sure what happened to him. Not sure if he was even able to roll off on the start or not. Oh, boy. Wow, that looked... Oh, what car was that? There was somebody that was closing in fast on someone else, and I missed it.
I missed it too. I was looking at who's pit and who
Oh,
hasn't.
it was the 8. That would be our man, Benjamin Hollabaugh, out of hometown, North Carolina. I could have sworn he was at a closing rate on someone that just would not quit. And it looked like that car, he almost locked up the brakes, I thought.
I do believe Hollabaugh is in. He is in the in-season championship as well for round 2. He's supposed to be going up against Dalton Hayes.
I don't remember seeing Dalton Hayes' name. I'm not sure if he showed up tonight.
I don't think he did. I'm not seeing him in the driver registration.
So it looks like Benjamin Hollabaugh is going to be able to pick him up an easy victory tonight here with the in-season challenge. That's our man there in the beautifully painted CarQuest car. Currently running into 22nd position. And back up front, got Colton Otterman out of Belgrade, Montana. He is racing with Hot Topic. Currently running in first position. After everything is shaken out here, Elijah, it looks like Hunter Carlson gave up that big lead. I think Colton might have pitted a lap or two sooner than what Hunter did, and it might pay off for him right now, as Alderman has a little over a 3-second lead. But it's going to be interesting to see if this pays off in the long run here for Hunter Carlson the way it did in that first stint.
Absolutely. We've got most of the cars on the lead lap. Everybody from 18th and up is on the lead lap currently. Only a handful went a lap down in that pit cycle.
And there is... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Elijah.
That could slow Hunter down as well, showing him behind a couple lap cars as well as 3rd and 4th. So they're going to have to make their way through them to get back up.
Yeah, right now we're looking at the last car on the lead lap. That would be Daniel Mindfu Jones out of Wilmington, North Carolina. He is also driving for FourWide Motorsports. Started in 18th. Well, no, I can't remember. He probably started dead last, to be honest with you. He is currently running in 18th position right now. Dead last. The only reason why I say that is Daniel, for whatever reason, he has his personal reasons, does, as far as I know, never qualifies. So he always starts at the back of the pack. And so he might end up passing a bunch of cars tonight to be able to get this victory. And we see Colton Alderman, I think he is he putting Wayne Cannon down a lap? Yeah, I guess he is. Let's see, 29.
Yeah.
Just showing him Wayne Cannon one lap down. I'm not sure if Wayne's trying to unlap himself. That very well may be the case there. I think, I see these cars driving together. I didn't know if Alderman had just put him a lap down or if Wayne Cannon's trying to, got up here and trying to unlap himself, but it looks like it's going to be the latter.
Yeah, I wonder if Cannon just came out from the pits behind the 9 and I don't know. He's back on the lead lap though. He's gotten in front of Alderman.
Yeah. Can't blame him for that there. He wants to hammer down as hard as he can. And we see right now Hunter Carlson, look at this. He has already closed within 0.5 seconds of Colton Alderman. It wasn't that long ago we were checking in. I think it was about 3 seconds behind Colton. So Hunter is back on a tear again. Lap 57 out of 120. We are approaching halfway already. We only need a couple more laps in the books.
Absolutely. And
go ahead, Elijah.
If I may shout out one of the newer sponsors we have for the league itself, for the FourWide Motorsports store at FWM-store-shop.fourthwall.com. Pick up yourself some merch for the league. Got some glasses, hats, a bunch of t-shirts. Looking at coming out with some long sleeve shirts and sweatshirts as well, I hear.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that, Elijah, because down in your bottom right-hand corner right now where you see the logos appearing, Eastern Technical Design right now is one of those. These images will be cycling through, and you'll get to see a QR code for both the merch store, FourWide Motorsports merch store that Elijah was just telling you about, as well as a QR code that'll take you to a link to the FourWide Motorsports Discord. As you see them hopping up there right now. Scan me. Scan this one too. And we've got a new leader there, Elijah. We got Hunter Carlson in that 32. Just got around the outside of Colton Alderman. Now closing in on the 29. Last car on the lead lap. Uncle Wayne Cannon in that beautiful Haviland Chevrolet, I'm pretty sure. I think he normally runs Chevrolets. Got a Ford paint scheme on there.
I do believe he might run Chevrolets normally. I'm never around Cannon, to be honest.
There's a good
As
look.
Cannon goes down another lap, or goes down a lap again.
Yeah, he just had unlapped himself by passing Colton Alderman. And now, both Hunter Carlson and Colton Alderman both have gotten back around him to put him a lap down once more. And I see that Jake Lawrence may be involved in some action here. I'm not very familiar with that name. I think he may be a new driver here with us on FourWide Motorsports. No, Jake actually has one start here. I do love that paint scheme there. I'm partial to that sort of blue color there. Closer you get to the Carolina Panthers blue, the better I love it. So whatever traffic he was in, that got sorted out. Now I'm showing Stephen Luttrell, perhaps. If I can hit the right button. He may be negotiating some traffic. I think he just got around to 15 of Jeremy Shearer. Cliff Mullins is going to be closing in for Shearer. This is going to be a battle for 9th position. And there we go. The 44 of Cliff Mullins just zooms right by. I have to believe the Shearer just more or less gave it out to him. Let him go on by. Fall right in behind him. Don't want to slow either one of you down too much. That's good heads-up racecraft right there.
Absolutely. Do believe Lawrence and Jones are going neck and neck, as well as DG Swiss with Lawrence, as it's showing Lawrence having passed both of them.
Yeah, so there's DG Swiss. I'm familiar with this name. He's already ran 3 races with us. Haven't had an opportunity to really call on him tonight, which is a good thing. This early on, you don't really want your name called too much unless you're battling for the lead, but he is currently running 16th position. And Elijah, who'd you say he was battling for the end
he was
season
battling
turn?
DG?
Yeah.
DG, I don't believe. Oh, no. DG is battling Hayden Bloomer.
Hayden Bloomer, I don't think Hayden is in here. The number 10 car, no, he is not. So there's an easy win tonight for DG Swift. He's going to be moving up into in-season tournament.
David Wermuth as well. He's supposed to be battling Colton Alderman tonight.
Well, David needs to pick it up just a notch or 14. Currently running in 14th position right now. Colton Alderman, unfortunately, is running in 2nd position. So David Warmuth out of Ronkonkoma, New York. He's got a ways to go to be able to take over this position here in the in-season tournament. But he in the 68 of Jake Lawrence is putting on quite a battle right now for 14th, 15th position. Well, let's check back in. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep feeling like I'm cutting you off, Elijah. I don't mean it, man.
I think Lawrence is just going to stick behind him, let DG, or sorry, not DG, David wear out his tires a little bit, and then he's going to really take the advantage on him. I say that as the gap's gotten bigger between the two. David's coming up onto Sunderman. No, sorry, that's not Sunderman. That's Lacey.
Oh, Lacey kind of left a couple of stripes up there on the wall. I got to give him credit. Also, though, he saw a faster car coming. He moved up just as high as he could. And I would say that's about as doggone high as you're going to be able to get. If somebody can't pass you at that, it's not your fault. If you're leaving black marks on the wall.
Yeah.
Now we're checking back in with Hunter Carlson into 32. We got 50 laps to go. Right now, Alderman is not letting Hunter get away like what happened on that first stint. At least not now. Alderman is only behind by half a second.
I don't believe so, as we have 2 cars in the pits right now. I guess we're coming up to that next pit cycle.
Yeah, we see Yogi Schleer out of Wilmington, North Carolina, driving FourWide Motorsports, but he snagged the OnlyFans sponsorship somehow on that quarter panel. Not sure how Yogi was able to manage to pull that one off, but hey, congratulations to you, buddy. Great looking paint scheme. Let's see, we got, I'm showing Chris Bingley, I think, yes. Chris Bingley is in the pits. He's revving the engine ready to go. Come on, man, put those tires on, get the fuel in there, I'm ready to roll. Or maybe not. I'm not sure. Currently running in 23rd. Maybe he didn't want to scuff the tires too much coming out of the pits. I'd normally hammer down.
Yeah, I do a mix of both. It depends. It depends on the battle coming out of the pits.
So, since we are approaching pit strategy time here, well, I want to get a good read on this. Hunter Carlson last pitted on lap 44. So if we were to double that for this stint, that means that he could go all the way to lap 88. Right now he's got 30 laps on there. So he could possibly go another 14, 13 laps if he wants to, if he elects to, I should say. But if you remember back, Elijah, we got Colton Otterman who pitted maybe a lap or two sooner than Hunter Carlson did, and it seems to be paying off dividends because right now he's only 0.7 of a second behind him as we're approaching the pit window. Whereas during that first stint, it was like, I can't remember even what it was. It was like Hunter Carlson pulled out like a 5-second lead or something.
Absolutely. So the records are showing Hunter pitted after Alderman did, about 4 laps after. So Alderman's running on older tires.
Oh, well, let's check in with him. So he's
I
got
think Hunter?
Yeah, he last pitted on lap 40. Hunter pitted on lap 44. So Hunter has 4 laps newer tires than what Alderman has. However, he's only got 37 laps on him right now. So Alderman, I bet, is going to break this down into 3 equal segments of 40 laps each, is my guess. That's why I was telling you, Elijah, man, this stuff right here, you got so many different guys playing so many different strategies, going at it harder in the early on, and then some of them saving for the last charge, last race. It's just hard for me to keep up with.
Absolutely. And from what I've seen is you can pit earlier when you're up front and be all right. Or, sorry, you can pit later when you're up front and be all right, but if you're in the back of the pack, or, sorry, back of the field, and you go to pit late, you're almost guaranteed to go a lap down, and it could it'll make or break your night, especially at the rear of the field. But up front, I guess it works.
Well, we're getting ready to find out because Colton Otterman is approaching another 40-lap stint. We're going to get ready to find out if he's going to drag it back into pit road or not, and break it in 3 equal segments and hope to gain some sort of advantage on Hunter Carlson by maybe pitting a little bit earlier. But, the wild card in this whole scenario is what happens if we have a late race caution. Then it's just like strategy is just going. It's a matter of who's the farthest up with the best tires. Oh. Look right here.
Speaking of which, there goes Colton Alderman and Cody Brown into the pits.
So it is going to be very interesting to see how this works out. Colton Alderman, by pitting shorter the last time, took the lead from Hunter Carlson. It's almost like
Absolutely.
He made up 5 seconds that Hunter had on him. And actually
Absolutely. As a 68, the 68 of Jake Lawrence and the 28 of Christian Schrader coming into the pits as well, back to back.
Yeah, and I definitely wouldn't count out old Case Strad either. He always seems to
I
be
wouldn't.
in
He's
the
been
mix.
fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to go back up here and take a look at... Oh, and no sooner than I say
Hunter
that,
comes in.
Hunter comes in on lap 39 to go. This will be lap 82. So he decided he was coming in a couple of laps earlier than what he did the first stint. He went 44 laps. Now he is going to be going 40 laps on this stint.
as we see Wes Wiegand leaving the pits as well. I didn't realize he was all the way up in that third pit box.
Yeah, he had a very good qualifying effort. Check out that paint scheme, man. That looks like a Daytona. What the heck they call that thing? The Fireworks 400 or something at Daytona. Oh,
Ooh.
Yogi Schleer. It's like, get out of my way. I'm coming through. Even if I got to go through the apron or the grass. Yogi is looking to make some moves now. But
Now,
no.
Yogi
go ahead.
just pit too, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. And he's putting those new tires to work. Right now, we got Landon Brown, who cycles through, at the moment anyway, has yet to pit in this particular stint, but he is leading the race, praying for a caution right now. And I would think the same thing could be said of Cliff Mullins in that 44 as well, who is currently scored in our second position. And the 17 of Daniel
Mindfu Jones.
Who I can't remember where he started, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere near the back. So if he could get a caution right now, man, that would be tremendous for these guys. They just don't want to be the caution.
Birdseed has everybody up to, I believe, 7th lap?
Yeah, there's only 7 cars on the lead lap right now.
Yep.
So this would be crazy should a yellow flag come out.
Chris Golden's made his way up from 18th to 7th as well so far. I don't know when the last time he pit was.
Yeah, I'm sure he's hoping for a caution as well, as he's got 42 laps in this stint right here. So I'm assuming he'll only be able to go a couple of more laps at the most before he will have to pit. And at this point, this stage of the race, he's going to stay out there and hope that the yellow Yankee starts to fly.
Absolutely. I feel like the more we talk about it, the more it might come out.
What we got to do,
an awfully green race.
Yeah, all we got to do is just really start talking about how good somebody is doing, and sure enough, they'll put it right in the wall.
As Alderman's making his way back up to 2nd.
Yeah, and he is actually in front of Hunter Cross, and again, by short pitting, Alderman, he's got Hunter Crossing by about 3 seconds once more. So I think as this thing kind of cycles through, as I believe Landon Brown, let's see, yeah, he just coming off the pits right now. So after everything cycles out, it's going to be Alderman and Carlson, I think. But right now, Schrader is in 3rd position as it's being scored, but that's not correct. He's in 2nd position, and he has already made his 2nd pit stop. So whatever Christian Schrader did, man, I got to give him props on that. He was able to move up in several positions there to come back out on new tires in 2nd position.
Absolutely. As this time around, we come to the 30 to go mark. This could be the last pit stop we see unless we see a caution and these guys decide to take a set of tires, give themselves an advantage.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So most, I'm sitting here looking, yeah, everyone has only pitted 2 times. So everyone has an extra set of tires in the pits. And boy, wouldn't that throw a monkey wrench into things if we were to have a caution here at the end.
Absolutely. Key word there being were.
Right now, Hunter Carlson still 3 seconds behind Colton Otterman. He's trying to make his way back up here, but we got 29 laps to go. Hunter Carlson's had a very, very good long-run car. So Kay Stratton and Colton Otterman are going to have their hands full. But right now, after the pit cycles have happened and everything is shaken out, Otterman and Strader have come out to the good at the moment.
I don't believe you've had Strader up in the booth yet either, have you?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about this season, but in the past anyway, in different leagues and series. Oh, we see Wayne Cannon. Oh man, the reverse pass in the grass there. He got passed in the grass. Wow, that was a close call. Now that was almost a yellow there, Elijah.
Yeah. Wow.
Great job by Wayne Cannon out of Roanoke Rapids, North Carolina. Of course, the league owner, driving for FourWide Motorsports. That's a difficult car to hang on to when you're going through the trial like that and jumping up and down. So, got to give him kudos for that. And how about this? Stephen Luttrell somehow or another snuck up here into 4th position. And Paul Dillon is right on his bumper. These guys are going to be fighting for 4th position. This is going to be interesting how this plays out.
Sorry, I'm mesmerized by how beautiful that 36 car looks.
Yes. Makes you want to put on some shoulder pads for the Cleveland Browns, doesn't it?
Little bit, yeah.
I only say that. I'm teasing Stephen and his father, of course. Doggone it. Everybody knows he makes it very, very clear that he's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. He just happens to drive a car that's painted up very similar to the Cleveland Browns. And that was the last thing we needed to hear, was that he was a Chiefs fan, because until he changes his paint, we're not going to let him live it down. Sorry, Stephen and William. Y'all know that's in good fun, I hope.
I do believe the Chiefs have a game coming up in the preseason in the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay. So we see Ethan Evers right now in the 88. That's going to be Wes Wiegand. They're battling for 11th position. And we got a New Age Bandit 4408. Oh! See, and you were worried about it being 120 laps. LOL. New Age Bandit also says, Tracy, don't jinx it. LOL. New Age Bandit, I'm not 100% sure. I know the handle, but I'm not quite sure that's your real name. So if you can give me some initials or something. I don't know who. Is this my fellow 91 driver?
Quite possibly. So Dalton Hayes is currently watching the actual O'Reilly's race.
Oh, look. This right here is Dagan Barnes, my man. We just had an early supper with him tonight. He landed, met up with Dagan. He made a trophy for one of our races there for the guys that won that race, and we made kind of a quick exchange. We chopped down on some of the best hot dogs and hamburgers you're ever going to find. Best in burgers out of Wilson, North Carolina. Got to give them a shout. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag could be.
If I ever find my way up or down there in North Carolina, I'll have to check the place out.
Dude, I'm here to tell you, it's the best hot dog. Well, it's one of the best hot dogs I've ever had. And it is the best cheeseburger that I've ever had from anywhere. And again, that's
guys.
including Five Guys. Well, I've never tried Five Guys, but they don't have them around here. But just wanted to give a shout out to them. Best in Burgers, man. They named that place right, and that place is rocking too. We got in there early, and it was still packed.
Well, there.
And then, yeah, New Age Bandit says he culture shocked me when he said he ain't never been there. I was like, what? Me and Landon were flabbergasted, man. That's the place to be in Wilson. So I tell you what, we're going to come back here and check out Hunter Carlson, who is going to be battling very quickly here with Christian Strader in that number 28 car. How about that? We got a 28 and a 29 twin Haviland cars. But this is going to be the battle for second position. So this is going to be heating up very quickly here as we only got 18 laps to go.
Wayne looked like he almost got a little bit loose there in that 28. Or, sorry, 29.
He very well could have. At this point in the race, he's either going to have to get out of the way or they're going to make room, I think. I could be wrong. You don't want to do that to the league owner that much. But still.
Absolutely.
This is still for a victory, right? Some people would wreck their mother for a win. So a league owner wouldn't stand a chance.
Well, I'm not sure about anybody else's mother, but I don't know if I'd want to be on the same track as my mother. Yikes.
Yeah, I think my mom could take me. She passed away a few years ago, but yeah, we never did compete on the track, but if we did, she could probably take me. So.
See, now my grandmother, if she were on the track with me, she'd just straight wreck me. It'd be like that.
So
I only meant to rattle his cage.
So, not only would she wreck you for a win, but she would just flat out wreck you just to be rattling your cage.
Absolutely.
Well, I tell you what, Elijah, the 32 of Hunter Carlson just got by a K-Strad in the 28. He is less than, well, right around 2 seconds behind Colton Otterman right now, but this is going to be a nail-biter coming down to the end, I think. You can barely see Hunter Carlson in the rear view here. But, you know, Hunter's been faster on the long runs all night. Colton Otterman's got an awful lot of lap traffic to contend with, but Hunter's going to have to be contending with it as well. 13 laps to go, getting ready to be 12. I'm not sure if Hunter Carlson's going to have enough time.
I'm not too sure unless these lap traffic guys don't let Alderman by. He could just be sitting there for second place.
Let's see. I don't really see any FourWide Motorsports guys up here in front of Colton who could potentially run a little block scheme going on there.
Well, as we see the 68 of Jake Lawrence start to go a lap down.
I love the paint scheme there, by the way, Jake. I'm very partial to that color blue right there. Driving for the Field and Stream sponsorship there on the quarter panels. Especially the white, blue, and black. That's what all my cars are painted right there. That's the color scheme. Field and Stream. Beautiful car, man. The only thing wrong with it is it don't have a 91 on it. But that number's probably already taken.
I could almost wonder who it's taken by.
Yes, me and Joshua Tressler, we share it on occasion.
Sort of custody battle.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially over there at Golden Racing. Yeah, we have an arrangement. We have a custody arrangement there where he gets running on the dirt and I get to run it on the asphalt. Everybody lives happily ever after. Man, 10 laps to go. Elijah, Hunter is just not making headway right now like he had previously in these races. I think
No.
Colton may have figured something out. I'm not sure what it is, unless he really, really falls off here in these last handful of laps. He's got over a 2-second lead, and it just doesn't look like to me that Hunter Carlson's going to be able to do anything with it. And I also like to give a special shout out to my man in the 36, Stephen Luttrell. Been a pretty quiet night. You know, he's just kind of passed a lot of cars without making a lot of noise, running in third position right now. And as well as my nephew, Landon Brown. He's running in fourth, and then Spittin' Venom's looking after him, though. Landon spots in real life sometimes for Mr. Cliff Mullins. So I'm not sure if Cliff's going to cut him any slack or not.
Likely not.
I don't want to. Oh, slow reaction time, Cliff Mullins. You know, I run through the grass one time and take him out. And anyway, hopefully we buried the hatchet there. I hope so. It was certainly not intentional, but he was not a happy man there for a few laps.
No, he was not.
Were you in that race by chance?
I wasn't in that race.
Okay.
I remember hearing you hollering over the radio, and then I just see a puff of smoke up in turn 3 and 4.
That was the one. Yes, it was, man. That was the incident. Hopefully Cliff's forgiven me by now. You know, time heals all wounds, Cliff. At least that's what they say.
Now, I do believe with 6 laps to go for a round 2 of the in-season challenge, it might be safe to say that Hunter Carlson has Wayne Cannon beat to go into round 3.
Yeah, Hunter Carlson just has to complete 4 more laps, and he'll have him beat, or maybe 3 more laps, because right now Wayne Cannon is 2 laps down. I'm showing Chris Bingley may have an incident. Oh, he must have got squirrely or something. He's got her gathered back up. I don't see any smoke coming off the car. So you might just
I do believe he is running with damage from that hit with Ethan Evers early on in that first pit cycle.
Yeah, I'm sure if you damage the nose on these cars, any at all, aerodynamics going to take its toll. But,
Absolutely.
You know, with this thing going green, pretty much it's going green the whole way. Am I wrong? Did I forget a yellow somewhere?
No, it's been green this whole time.
Let's see. Look at there. Cautions. 0 for 0 laps. 3 laps to go. Leader. Fastest lap was actually put down by K-Strad. 30.252. 6 drivers for 10 lead changes tonight. Man, Alderman is just holding on to that 2-second lead. I don't know. He must have figured something out. And I think that short pitting is kind of the thing that helped him get that lead. And whatever he figured out, he's been able to sort of keep pace with whatever Hunter Carlson is doing. Because it's still right around the 2-second mark. 2 laps to go.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen Hunter get closer than that 2.0 something.
There we go.
Since he caught up.
1 to go. Sponsored by FourWide Motorsports. Essentially, this race is going to be in the books. The next flag is going to end this race. Very, very interesting. And I think this is one of the doggone longer races here. And I just got an alert, and apparently K-Strap said the power went out, I think. How about that? Man, that sucks. But I don't want to take away anything. Colton Alderman comes home with the win tonight. We're going to be able to talk to him shortly, figure out how he did it. Hunter Carlson brings it home in third. And how about that? We got Stephen Luttrell. My man. A Browns fan. You know, being my last name is Brown, that works out really, really well.
It does.
He doesn't have to be a Cleveland Browns fan. We'll just call him a Browns fan. How about that? There we go, man. It is smoke time. Give me that doggone smoke show. Yes. I always ask you, look here, Ethan, whenever you win your race, man, make sure you burn it down. I want to feel like it means something to you. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Especially with the competition you're going up against. I know this may be routine for you guys, but I absolutely want to feel like this means something to you. And doing this right here lets me know it. And I got to think, Colton Alderman, it does mean something for him because he was kind of behind the 8 ball for a majority of this race. He was only able to figure this thing out at the last stint. So we're certainly going to have to talk to my man and see what he did figure out.
We are.
But if everyone will stay tuned, we're going to see if we can't rewind this puppy here, talk to our podium finishers tonight, see exactly what happened, what was the strategy, how come we didn't have any cautions, and any other questions you guys can throw into the YouTube chat. We'll see if we can ask our podium finishers here. So anyway, you guys hang on tight. We will be right back in just a moment. And welcome back, everyone, especially Dave Wormuth, who is in the YouTube chat saying we don't get interviews. Come on, buddy. Man, we got a lot going on behind the scenes here. We got to get all these guys pulled in here and get them lined up and ready to roll. And speaking of which, we've got our third place finisher here tonight, William Luttrell. I've got your buddy, your boy, Stephen Luttrell in here out of Kansas City, Missouri, driving for 8K Motorsports. And on top of that, me and Elijah figured out tonight, he might not be a Cleveland Browns fan. He's just a Browns fan. And luckily, my name is Tracy Brown, so he's a big fan of mine. So it's great to have him in here tonight. Bringing up in third position, Stephen, a great doggone finish, man. We were noticing you all through the night, just slowly but methodically moving up through the field. I don't know if you would just kind of give me a recap on how your race went tonight for you.
I'll start off by saying I am a Browns fan, not a Cleveland Browns fan. But
I figured that was the case. Yes.
I started in the back. I think I qualified. I don't know where. I don't even know, 12th or 14th or something. And I elected to get an EOL to the back. I'm not racing in points. This is my first race of the season in this series, and then I'll have another 3 weeks off or something, and I'll finish out the season here. But yeah, I just didn't want to get in the way of the start and get involved in any mayhem or anything with guys racing for points. But yeah, I started in the back, and I could have swore there'd be a caution or two at least, but yeah, no cautions, and having to get on the brakes a few times, trying to avoid stuff out back there, and it just really hurt me at the finish, put me 12 seconds back from the leaders. But yeah, I didn't have anything for the top three. There was no way I was going to be able to catch him without a caution, and then Strader had some kind of issue, so we kind of fell into third there. That's not the way I want to get it, but we'll always take a podium.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Okay, Strad there, he chimed into the YouTube chat and says power went out. And I know how he feels, man. Sometimes, actually tonight, for whatever reason, my stream kind of dropped there for a moment. Luckily, we did not lose the entire stream. We were able to catch it. But again, man, you had a tremendous doggone finish here anytime. I mean, look, we're dealing with 26 cars in this field. And for you to start from the back and to be able to make it up to third. And it's not like these guys are pushovers either now, Stephen. So,
no,
I mean, you gotta be pretty doggone proud of this finish here, man, coming through, especially with no yellow flags to help you out tonight.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, there's nobody in here that's a pushover, and getting around some of these guys is a lot of work. So, yeah, definitely proud of it. It's a lot of fun passing all those cars and making it up front. We've just found a lot of speed the last 2 or 3 weeks, and just hoping to keep the momentum going. Been getting podiums here and there again, and hoping to get back in victory lane soon.
I got you, man. Well, just to clarify, so did I understand you correctly? You're not going to be here for the next 3 races of the season. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think I have prior obligations that fell through tonight, so I was able to come play with you guys, and then the next, I think it's 3 or 4, and then I will be back here.
Okie dokie, man. Well, congratulations once again, Stephen, and it's glad we finally, or I'm glad anyway, we kind of figured out the code. You've been sending us this whole time that you're a Browns fan, just happen not be a Cleveland Browns fan. So
Right.
Once more, I'm glad to hear that. Glad to see William Luttrell chiming in on the YouTube chat as well, and watching his favorite driver here go around the track tonight. But by all means, man, thank anybody that you'd like to thank that helped you get here tonight.
Oh yeah, of course. I got to thank my dad for being on the box for me today and helping me get around those guys and setting up my pit stops for me and letting me know what's going on. I did have him go and watch Christian Strader's laps for a little while, see what he's doing. But yeah, I gotta thank Dad, my mom, my whole family, my wife, my kids, you for putting on the broadcast, Wayne for the league. This is a great league. It's a great place to race. I love racing here. I will be back here every chance I get, and everybody out there watching, thank you.
All right, 10-4, that's our third place finisher, Stephen Luttrell out of Kansas City, Missouri, driving for 8K Motorsports. And thank you for everything that you do. Also, William Luttrell looking out there over top of, sitting on top of the pit box, making the calls, man. So glad to get to talk with Stephen tonight. And now I'm going to toss it to my main man, Elijah Grant, who I do believe is standing by with our second place finisher tonight. Elijah, you got me, buddy.
I got you, Tracy. Standing right here next to Hunter Carlson with that number 32. Man, I was expecting you to take it in that last run.
Yeah, Colton had a real good strategy tonight. I was kind of wondering what he was doing at the beginning of the race, and I realized what he was trying to do, and I honestly thought the overcut was going to be the better bet, 'cause that's always how I've kind of ran Charlotte, and that's usually how I've won the races, just outlasting everyone on tires, and he was able to take the undercut and beat me off pit road by quite a bit, and that last run, he ended up just saving his tires a lot better than I did, had just a big enough gap there, and I started racing straighter there, and tires just ended up giving up out at the end. Sucks what happened with Strader. He had a really fast car tonight as well. And I mean, all in all, I'll take a second place finish tonight. It's a good points night. And we'll be looking forward to next week at the Tricky Triangle.
Absolutely, man. You did put out one hell of a race tonight. You got pole. You were the fastest car on the track, I do believe. And yeah, you led most of the laps too.
I mean, I can't be too upset there. I mean, we came out with speed. That's always the goal, to try to get out there and run well. And as much as I want to win a race and be able to party like it's 1999 again, all in all, I got to keep looking forward to the chase and be able to keep that gap above the cut line. I mean, I should be pretty good for the most part, but a couple bad races like last week at Texas, who knows what will happen. So you take what you can with the good runs now and try to get yourself in a good position to make the chase, and then those last 5 or 6 races, they're going to be a dogfight to try to win the championship.
Yeah, man. So what you were touching on your pit strategy. What really was it? Because I was trying to speculate. I just want to see if I had it somewhat of an idea.
Well, I went out the beginning of the race to just kind of race the racetrack, not race anyone else. I kind of fell back a little bit at the beginning, about 7th, just trying to save as much tire as possible, because I saw a lot of right front wear in practice, and I was kind of worried about what was going to happen in the race. But tire wear ended up not being as bad as I initially thought. But I was able to run my normal line around Charlotte and just save as much right front as possible. And I stayed out really long, like 4 or 5 laps longer and cold on the first run. And then looking back, I probably should have stayed out an extra couple more laps the next run to get a little bit better tires, but I was giving up more and more time. But I really just want to stay out as long as possible, try to have fresh tires at the end. And it didn't end up working out in the end for me, but I mean, I can't be mad about it. I love Charlotte. I love these cars. I'm still learning these cars every time we come out. And I'm just happy that we're able to bring it home second place and bring good momentum in a couple tracks that I'm not very good at.
Absolutely, man. You got anybody that you'd like to thank for tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank Tracy Brown with Eastern Technical Designs. Thank you for everything you do, Sir Tracy, with the broadcasting here. And I want to thank Horsepower Hydration for being on the hood. Use code TikTactorRedneck for 10% off there. They have a new flavor coming out soon, so I'm excited to see what that is and try it. Golden Chef Speed Shop, Chris Golden for allowing me to be a business partner and allowing me to build these beautiful sets that we run here on Friday nights and be able to allow these people to vote which one they want and be able to run whatever comes my way. A lot better than these base sets. Wayne Cannon, FourWide Motorsports network owner. Thank you for allowing me to be an admin in this great league. I remember telling Tracy and Chooch, if you're watching Chooch, hello, middle of last season in the NARCA cars, said we're going to get this figured out. We're going to get some green light flags, and boy, have we done that this season. Shout out to everyone that ran this race tonight, caution free. Admin Hunters, very, very happy. And the last person I want to thank is obviously actually FourWide Motorsports store.com. Go get you some merch.
Absolutely, man. Now, where can we find that FourWide Motorsports merch at, man?
FourWide Motorsports store.com.
Alrighty, man. Thank you. Congrats on second. Tracy, back to you.
Okie dokie, here we go. Yeah, and just like to say, hey, just remind everyone down in the bottom right-hand corner, got a couple of QR codes there. One of them will take you to the FourWide Motorsports store. The other one will take you to the Discord. If you see what is going on here tonight, went at 120 laps. No cautions, man. Pretty doggone great field. Stout field. Great drivers. Wonderful race. If you'd like to be a part of it, by all means, pull out your phone, take a picture of that there QR code, go over there to Discord, sign up, and we will see you here next week. But in the meantime, I have got to talk to my man Colton Otterman out of Belgrade, Montana with Hot Topic Motorsports here. Colton, dude, I tell you, I want to ask you, I'm going to get right straight to it. The first two stints, Hunter Carlson obviously stayed out a few laps later than you did. I think he went 44 laps on the first stint, 40 laps on the second. Both times you were able to come away after everything cycled out with about a 3-second lead. Both times Hunter Carlson was able to walk you back down. But, or maybe I'm getting mixed up here. Maybe it was just on the lead. Anyway, somehow or another, it was almost as if you figured this track out. The track, the setup, the car, whatever it was. After the very last pit stop, Hunter wasn't really able to make up that long run speed that he had all night. And I'm just curious, man, what did you figure out to be able to hold him off there for that last stint?
Yeah, Tracy, we had a really fast Ford Mustang today. The scratch and sniff dental dams Ford was just lights out. And that first stint, my qualifying lap was terrible. I thought it was bad. I qualified 5th, kind of quickly worked my way up into the top 2 there. And Paul was really quick today, but I just feel like that top burns tires a little more than the bottom. So over that run, I think Paul kind of burned his right front up, and he was just kind of getting tied off the corners. So I made my way around him, and I was just up front saving, just kind of lifting early and not abusing the right front. And Hunter caught up to me, and he was on my kind of really close to me, and he was kind of packing air and making me loose off the corners. And I think it kind of progressed my car to be looser at the end of that run. And so that first run, I was just extremely loose. And so I short pitted on lap 39 or 38 or whatever that was, just to kind of get the lead back and get some nice tires on it. And, ran that stint. Hunter ran us down pretty fast. I was still running my save line, trying to save some tire, but every time that specific save line would always kind of make me looser. And so Hunter I just kind of let him go, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna see what you're doing. You're really good at saving right now, and I just kind of let him. I just kind of followed him. I didn't let him get too far away, and I was just running his line. I noticed the it kind of progressed more in a manner that the right rear and the right front were kind of evenly distributed, and so I just ran that line until I pitted again on lap. I think it was like 80, and then just ran hard at the end. Didn't really look into saving. I guess the tires didn't wear as much as I thought, and kind of just ran my own line, and I think I saved tire really well at the end there, and yeah, we were able to pull it off.
Well, I mean, man, that pretty much sums it up and answers all the questions that I had for you. I had a couple more prepared, but you've already answered those, man. I don't know, but anyway, hey, you bring, look, there was 26 cars in this field, and for you to bring home a first place finish, especially with kind of the long run speed Hunter Carlson had early on. I mean, you got to be pretty doggone proud of it, don't you?
Yeah, we knew we were faster than Hunter, faster than anyone, I think, just on pace overall. I think Strader was the only one that I was kind of worried about speed wise. Strader was really fast tonight, but unfortunately we lost him due to a power outage. But this Ford was just really quick tonight. Kind of figured out a line there at the end that just kind of allowed me to run away with it. Made sure our pit stops were really clean. Last season in the ARCA, I lost this race actually to Hunter, so he was able to save tire better, and he just kind of outran me on the final stint after dominating that race too. So I felt like this time I had to switch it up. Short pit to get the lead. I knew that the lead was probably the most important. Because one thing is catching the guy, the other part is passing him. So I knew if Hunter got to us, I wasn't going to make it easy on him. And so having that initial 3 to 4 second gap right out of the pits was really nice. I was able just to run my own line there. The lap cars made it tricky tonight too. Obviously they have, every right to be on the racetrack and race to get their lap back. So no, I'm not mad at anyone for holding me up or anything. So all good there. We still pulled it off. And yeah, I guess next week's Pocono. So not a track I really run. I'm not much of a practicer. I don't like practicing. I get bored really fast. So I kind of practice during the race. And I spend more time on these paint schemes, or me and Hayden do. And so so I do practicing. So probably need to practice more, but I just don't like it. So yeah.
I got you, man. Well, speaking of Hayden, can you give us a clue as to what happened to him tonight? Why he wasn't here? I mean, did the sponsorship fall through or something?
No, so Hayden, with being a race car driver here at Hot Topic, he's also a entertainer. He sings country music to concerts all over Montana here, and so tonight he had a gig down here in Bozeman, and so he was singing a 2-hour concert for a concert facility here, and so we had to wear the Hot Topic brand on one car tonight, but I think put all our resources into one car makes it a little quicker.
Absolutely, man. Well, by all means, hey man, we're gonna have to check into Hayden now. Look, for a special race or something, it'd be awful nice to have kind of like a concert, either pre-race or after race or something like that. So I'm gonna have to check in with Hayden, see if we can't, kind of put something together there for one of these races here. But by all means, Colton, thank anybody else, man, and don't forget the Ozempic kids, by the way, that's on your rear deck lid. Don't want you to forget that. So you thank everybody else that helped you get here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, that's a staple. Ozempic for Kids has been on us for a while. But I want to thank, Hayden, obviously, for being a teammate. He helps make these schemes, helps work with me to get these cars running fast. Shout out to Hayden Raid Music. If you want to go watch him sing, that's the platform he performs on. And I'm sure we can get him to, sing a national anthem or something for one of these races for you. Just hit him up. I'm sure he'd love to sing the national anthem at one of these races. But yeah, I want to thank Scratch and Sniff Dental Dams. They're new on the car this week. really proud. I think we made them proud. Slippery Smackers gum, new brand out there. Delicious gum. You guys should go try it out. The flavor lasts forever. Ozempic for Kids, Hot Topic Racing Team, FourWide Motorsports, for always putting on a great show. I want to thank you and the broadcast and Elijah for stepping up. And I'm sure he did a great job. He did a great job at Iowa as well. So
Yes.
yeah, overall, just looking forward to next week, and yeah, excited for the next one.
Rock and roll, man. Well, before we let you go, where can we pick up some Scratch and Sniff dental dams should we need them?
You could pick them up. Actually, we have a Hot Topic store that sells them. We're more than just a race car team, but we sell all this stuff. But yeah, no, Scratch and Sniff dental dams. We can sell them to the public. We more sell them to dental offices around the world for, root canals and crowns and fillings, routine stuff like that. So, yeah, but if you wanted to pick yourself up a Scratch and Sniff dental dam, I'm sure you could find one on the internet.
Okay, dokie, there you go. Yes, sirree. You look up hot topic racing there to get your Scratch and Sniff dental dams. Everyone needs one occasionally from time to time. So anyway, I'd like to give you a shout out one last time. Colton Otterman, tremendous effort tonight, 120 laps, 0 cautions, man. So I think you kind of figured out the strategy there just in time to sort of pull this thing off. And just want to give you a congratulations one more time. And also, before you check out, Colton, thanks again for the burnout, man. It means a lot. It really does. After we've gone through all this, I want to see somebody smoke them rear tires. You know what I mean? Make us feel like it means something to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. I love doing a burnout. So anytime I can put on a show, even if I don't win, I can always do a burnout. If you guys want to see someone like the tires up, just let me know. Just let me know.
Yeah. We got to have a smoke show. That's the only way to finish out the broadcast, man. So, yeah, if for whatever reason we can't get a leader to do it, now we know who to go to. So we'll let you know, buddy.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, Colton, appreciate it, buddy. Congratulations, and we'll catch you next week, my man.
Yeah, see you guys next week.
All righty. So, Elijah, you didn't fall asleep there, did you?
No, sir, I did not.
All right, rock and roll, man. So, look here. We also got here in FourWide Motorsports, if you'll kind of take us through it and give us a rundown of what happened. We got an in-season championship tournament going on. I'm not sure if you call it championship or not. An in-season tournament. Give us some updates on that bad boy, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So tonight, Hunter Carlson, our second place driver, beat out Wayne Cannon in round 2. Wes Wiegand beat out John Lacey, not by a lot, just by 1 lap, bringing him against Hunter Carlson next week. Coming up to the next 2 guys for next week, you got Benjamin Hollaball and Dallas Sunderman. Jonathan Christensen didn't show, and Dalton Hayes didn't show himself. So they are out of it. Next up, you got Paul Dillon and DG Swiss. Also with 2 drivers that didn't show up this week. And then rounding it out, you got Colton Alderman and Cliff Mullins, who both had their drivers here. They just beat him, man.
Well, I tell you, for the guys that did not show up, like Drew King, let's see, who was it? I know there was 1 or 2 more. Hayden Bloomer, for instance. Oh, man, Dalton Hayes. Guys, holy cow, man. I don't know, and I don't mean to be starting rumors or anything, but I will. Man, I mean, from what I understand, there's going to be a tremendous payoff for this thing here. It's going to be an awful lot of cash exchange. So, anyway, I don't want to give away too much here, Elijah, but I'm sure you've heard the same rumors, right?
I have.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that's just like giving away free money, man. Especially you guys, you know, Hayden Bloomer, for instance, always fast, man. 7th seed, give it up to a 23rd DG Swiss. That's like putting money, stuffing cash in DG Swiss's back pocket there. So anyway, yeah, man, don't mean to be starting any rumors or anything. You just kind of hear some rumblings. I think there was going to be a surprise at the end of this thing, but I could be wrong about that. But anyway, man, you don't want to be giving away any free money for this in-season tournament. I guess is the best way to put that. So anyway, man, it's down to 8 different drivers right now. Hunter Carlson, Wes Wiegand, Benjamin Hollaball, Dallas Sunderman, Paul Dillon, DG Swiss, Colton Otterman, and Spitting Venom himself, Cliff Mullins. So that takes care of that. Hey, out of you 8, you better show up, man. You want to put that cash in that pocket. You can always go to Best in Burgers in Wilson, catch you, some good hot dogs or something with that extra money. Now, let's see here. We are going to move along. Hang on to your earbuds. If you're under 14, go ahead and end the broadcast right now. I'm going to give you about 3, 4, 5 seconds or so. But anyway, here we go. We got a new episode right here.
Move, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way. Move, bitch, get out the way.
So there we go. There, Elijah. Who is the recipient tonight of the Move, bitch, get out the way? Who would be your nominee?
Man, I gotta say, it honestly might be Steven Luttrell making his way from 14th up to 3rd.
Dude, I have got to give it to you. I was going to nominate both Landon Brown and Cliff Mullins, but honestly, from Steven Luttrell taking the EOL on the start, ends up finishing 3rd, you got to give my man credit there. Now, that was a feat in and of itself, so there you go, Steven Luttrell. You get the Move, bitch, get out of the way award for tonight. If nothing else, if you're still hanging on there on the YouTube chat or in Discord. So congratulations there, man. That is fabulous. And now, if I can find everything else that we got going on here. Man. Oh, no. No. Well, I don't have it right here. Okay. So apparently I've kind of lost it. I do apologize, everyone. Look at there, Luttrell Racing chimed in on YouTube. Woo! Yeah, there we go, Elijah. So anyway, man, and Triple B Racing chimed in. Landon Brown snubbed? What? Hey, man, you got to at least finish 3rd. You came in 4th. And
then we got hashtag justice for birdseed.
Exactly right. So, yeah, Steven Luttrell did not walk away from here with the checker flag, but he got something on a comparable level with the Move, Bitch, Get Out of the Way award presented by FourWide Motorsports. And I was going to run through our sponsor images here tonight, but unfortunately, with everything that it can, I got about 3 or 4 different programs, just laying it out here on the table. And it seems like every other week one of them updates, and it messes up the whole series here. So anyway, I'm just going to go off of memory and just say I'd like to thank FourWide Motorsports for everything they do, FourWide Motorsports Network, for letting me and Elijah come on here and have a good time on a Friday night, watch some racing, man. It was an absolute blast. Got to give W Energy a shout out. Make sure you enter in the little code there. I'll take 10. And don't forget, check in and right now, down the bottom right hand corner, check out the FourWide merch store as well as the FourWide Discord. So you can sign up here and be right back with us next week. We may have your paint scheme, your voice, your image, the whole 9 yards right here on air, going out to the world here on FourWide Motorsports Network if you sign up with us and finish in the top 3. And anyway, so that's about all the rambling that I got there, Elijah. I just would like to tell you, man, it's been an absolute pleasure. But before we sign off, do you have any final thoughts or anything tonight that you'd like to mention?
Man, you kind of beat me to the FourWide store, but I'm looking extremely forward to this next coming week for the in-season challenge. I'm really curious to see who's going to win or who's going to beat out who and who's going to come up to the semifinals.
Yeah, absolutely, man, because that's going to be at a road course. Watkins Glen. It's got to be my favorite road course of all times. It's very fast. It's not difficult to learn the turns and everything, but it does present an awful lot of challenges. So many corners there, so hard to negotiate. So it's still going to be a challenge, and that could really throw a monkey wrench into the in-season tournament challenge that we got going on here as well.
Absolutely, especially with cars that are meant to turn left and not right.
Yeah, for sure, man. Absolutely. Well, Elijah, I just want to tell you, man, brother, it's been great. I hope you consider joining me in here in the future. It was an absolute blast. I also like to give a shout out to the whole daggone FourWide Motorsport Network, or not the network, but FourWide Motorsports. All the drivers showed up here tonight. 0 cautions. Had a couple of close calls, but man, everybody kind of, held the water, so to speak. And it just ended up being, you're going to have those from time to time, Elijah. It's just more or less just a kind of strategy just has to play out. That's part of racing as well, man. Not only do you have to make all these circles, but you got to make sure the guy on the box is making the right calls as well.
Absolutely.
Well, there you have it. For Elijah Grant, I'm Tracy Brown. Man, we had a blast here tonight. Appreciate everyone driving as clean as they did. It was a fabulous race. Want to give a shout out to Colton Alderman once more, and Hunter Carlson as well for a runner-up. And, of course, my newest Browns fan, Stephen Luttrell, brings home third position. So that's our top 3 tonight. Look, we can't wait to catch y'all next Monday night. It'll be on Track Limits Network. I'm not sure. It's the truck series here with FourWide Motorsports. Not sure where they're going to be at. Hold on a minute. Let's see. It's either going to be, maybe it's Kansas or Charlotte. No, I'm assuming they're going to be on schedule. So that should be the 31st.
Be at Bristol.
Bristol, 168 laps in the 213simware.com trucks for FourWide Motorsports. Want to give them a shout out and tell old Steve Singer that Tracy Brown said hi. All your podium finishers there. So anyway, for Elijah Grant, it's been a blast. I'm Tracy Brown. We're out of here. We will catch you guys next Friday night. Next Friday night. Y'all take care, and we will see y'all then.